I know you jumped so much.
So scary. Hi, everyone.
Hey, welcome back to Driver's Training.
It's the podcast that we do. I'm Suzy.
I'm Audrey.
What's up? How are you, Audrey? How's your day?
Honestly, I'm very good. I'm like vibing pretty hard.
Yeah, you had a chill ass morning.
Yeah, very chill ass morning. It was like really hungover yesterday, so I had to like really like flourish in like not being hungover today.
Yeah.
Also it's really hot outside. Especially yesterday was really hot, and I feel like the heat got trapped inside my apartment, but we just put in the AC unit yesterday.
Yes.
And the only cool place in my apartment right now is my bedroom, so I was just like laying in bed like ugh.
That sounds really nice. Yeah, Saturdays are definitely for being hungover. Fridays are for going out. It's just too stressful to go out on a Saturday, and then you're hungover Sunday, and then all of a sudden it's work on Monday.
Right, because I already get the Sunday scaries pretty bad, and they're even scarier if you're hungover.
They're so scary.
I feel like I don't have the Sunday scaries, even though I start my first day tomorrow. Of my new job.
It's so exciting. My day, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
No, actually, can you pull out your phone? I need you to Google something for me.
Okay.
So I went to get coffee this morning, and by this morning I mean about 30 minutes ago at 1:30 p.m.
Yes.
And on my way I saw two separate dead birds, and so I was just wondering if you could Google what the symbolism of dead birds are. There was like one like tiny one. I actually took pictures, but I don't know if we should like
share them. That's
it's a little morbid, but one of them was like a pigeon.
So the Google AI overview, because they have that now, which is kind of awesome. I don't know. It said dead birds can have both positive and negative meanings. Some negative meanings include grief, hopelessness, failure. The death of a bird can symbolize the end of something significant in our life, leaving us lost and disconnected. Bad omens. Some Native Americans interpret dead birds as bad omens that can signify death of a loved one or bad luck.
Okay.
But then for positive, it says change and transformation. It can symbolize that and serve as a reminder to experience renewal and growth. We must let go of the past.
Okay.
In offering, like our need to surrender to God, or a dead bird can represent the inner transformations and growth within a person.
Oh, wow.
So
I think I'm going to choose the positive analysis of that because I'm too scared of the negative one. But I just thought that was crazy. Yeah. Like, I saw one, and they were both just, like, on the sidewalk, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then I just kept walking, and then, like, 5 minutes later saw another one.
Yeah, that is...
And so that's actually kind of really scary.
Oh, that's not... Oh. In the sense that...
So hopefully no one I know like dies. That would be so awkward.
Maybe it's
but like I would
your
know
dead grandma just saying hey.
Oh, hey Suzanne. Wait, no, not her. Oh, I mixed up my grandmas. That's so bad.
Wait,
I meant
named
Dorothy.
After your grandma?
Yeah, one of them.
I didn't know that.
Queen Suzanne. But I should have said Dorothy. She died more recently.
Yeah,
I messed
have a
up.
cat hair on the microphone.
Oh. Thank you.
Speaking of cats, you guys, Francis and Milo are getting along, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, we opened the doors finally. We're letting them interact and hang out, and so far, not so bad.
Yeah.
They'll like hiss a little bit or swat a little bit at each other, but they're good at just like chilling in the same room, like a few feet apart from each other and not really bothering the other.
Yeah, I was telling Bree they're gonna start cuddling up against each other soon enough.
I hope so bad. All I've ever wanted is two cats that like love each other and will snuggle and be best friends, and I've never ever had that. And so I'm hoping, like, how cute would that be if they're just snuggled up?
Cute. Yeah, I feel like I was surprised too, because during the housewarming party on Friday,
you had to be there.
If you know, you know. They did get into a little like
tussle,
a little tussle or two. But overall, really good job. Yeah, really proud of them.
We're training them well. They keep eating each other's food.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm like, stop. Yeah. But that's just like cats. Like, they don't know what's theirs.
Yeah, Cooper will eat Roddy's food all the time.
Aw.
That's why he looks like a sausage.
Aw.
Yeah.
But yeah, the housewarming.
Yeah, crazy vibe. I feel like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would love your review as a guest in my home.
Well, I was the first person to show up.
Yes.
And that was a lot of fun. I did say I was coming early, so like I did show up early. I said I was gonna come at 9, but I came at like 9:30. But
yeah,
that's fine.
And I feel like people kind of came in waves. Like, they came and left. It was never like a huge thing.
I agree. Which I kind of liked though.
Yeah.
Because
it wasn't too like overwhelming.
Yeah, I was gonna say it never felt like super crazy.
And there's also only one bathroom here, so that would have been a little concerning if there was a lot of people.
But yeah, it was cool to meet Bree's old coworkers. They were really cool. They vibed. I will say, so the first person to show up was one of Suzy's friends. And then it was Bree's old coworkers, and I wanted to give Suzy and her friends some space, and then I went up to Bree and her coworkers, but they were all talking about work stuff, so like I couldn't relate to the conversation. Aww. So I was like kind of just like waiting for someone else to show up so I could be like, hey. But it was fine because I feel like your friend too like was good at making conversation and like was chill.
His ass is gonna listen to this.
No, I know, but I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Too
personal.
Much. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was chill. Everyone was chill. No one got like too drunk and threw up like anywhere.
Yeah,
so
I will say, I was pretty drunk by the time I got home. But that was fine. Oh my gosh.
Fancy. Oh God.
And I also, like, we were all chilling. Alec and Kendall showed up pretty late. And then by the time they got here, they were like, oh, I don't know, like, how long we're about to stay. But then Tyler showed up at 1 a.m.
And then everyone was here until, like, 2:30.
Yeah.
But it was good.
No, it was fun.
The music was bumping. The drinks were flowing. People were dancing. Bodies were grinding.
I was shot.
I was killed, actually. I died.
We all like went to Suzy's basement for like a little bit, and that was a whole thing.
I took everyone on a field trip.
Oh, also Giovanni thought Brie was like stone cold sober the whole time.
Really? Why?
And I was like, she literally kicked Francis in the face at one point. It was so funny.
These things happen.
But yeah, I had fun.
Good. I had fun too.
Yay!
I love to have a party. I don't know, like, I feel like we're not gonna be able to have like a ton of parties just after our like upstairs neighbors move in. Like, I'll feel a little bad because we were a bit loud, I'd say. I brought the speakers out. I
mean, you should just assess their vibe.
Yeah, because maybe they'll be really chill.
Maybe they'll be really chill. And they can come and vibe. That's, I was gonna say, like, maybe they can party with us too.
Okay. Manifesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. The morning after, me and Brie went to get brunch at this diner by our house, and I've decided that this is my new favorite diner in the world, and I'm gonna go back every week forever until I die.
Is it just like a classic diner?
Yeah, it's just like a small little like local diner. But it felt like a movie. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there was like this family that came in for their daughter's like birthdays, and like I don't know if it was the owner of the restaurant or like one of the waitresses was like, oh my god, it's so good to see you guys, and like, how old are you turning? Like, clearly they all like knew each other. And then like the restaurant like sang happy birthday, and they brought out, I don't know if it was like cupcakes or what it was, but brought something out, and it was so sweet. As we were sitting there, some girl was walking out, and she like looked at the tattoo in my arm and was like, oh my god, is that a bunny? And I was like, well, yes. And she's like, can I take a picture of it? Like, I love that. And I was like, oh my god, like, okay. And it just felt so like everyone in there was so connected. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was just kind of the best vibe ever. I was saying it should be our like Sex and the City cafe, because in Sex and the City they always meet up for like breakfast or brunch at this one like cafe restaurant, and so I'm deciding that needs to be us.
Yeah, I love that.
So you should go. We should go.
No, I would like to go. I kind of feel like that when I go to the Hollywood Grill, which I don't know, because that place too, apparently it used to be open 24 hours, but it's not now.
Dude, what the fuck happened to 24-hour diners?
COVID.
Yeah, but like it's gone, kinda. like
bring it back.
Bring back 24-hour diners, 24-hour Walmart, 24-hour anything. Everyone wants to close nowadays. No one wants to work. Why don't you want to be working at Walmart at 3 a.m. for me? Not specifically you, but
no,
like,
but like I know what you mean.
You.
Yeah.
But the diner, definitely.
Yes.
Like, I feel like even IHOP, like...
Yeah, IHOP used to be open 24/7. I'm sure there's got to be like a couple left that still are, but
yeah.
People just don't want to see like 24-hour restaurants anymore. It's sad.
It's messed up. I want to go. Where am I supposed to go at 2 a.m. if I want a waffle?
You can come to my place.
Oh, get a blue waffle.
Did I tell the story on this podcast about blue waffle yet?
I don't think so.
So I used to be like pretty innocent before I moved to like closer to Detroit when I was growing up.
The city changed me.
No,
the suburbs
actually,
of the city.
Like I met this girl Diana. She showed me Two Girls One Cup. I was like, oh wow. I started listening to Lana Del Rey. Anyway, before all of that, I knew like some things because I had like a stepsister who was 3 years older than me. And she like showed me what blue waffle was. So I was like, oh, okay. But I was at my best friend's place. They were identical twins. And we were making breakfast. And we would always just like make fun breakfasts. Like, breakfasts. Like we would crush up like Thin Mints and put them in waffles.
You were being experimental.
Yeah, we would make like rainbow pancakes, and we went to go like do that, but the only food dye they had was blue, and we were making waffles. Yeah. So, and they were like even more innocent than I was. Like if I spent the night at their place on a weekend, like we would be going to church on Sunday. Like they only listened to country music, no cussing. They couldn't they weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they were freaks.
Yes. But yeah, so I didn't tell them what blue waffle was.
But you knew?
But I knew, and we made it, and I ate it.
How was it?
It was awesome.
You liked eating the blue waffle?
Yeah. I loved eating blue waffle.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Googling dirty things back in the day.
Like what?
Well,
like what
there's the one moment that sticks in my mind is when we still had like a computer room, like, because no one really had laptops or anything yet. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to go play with my friends at the computer room, like, pull up Club Penguin, Webkins, whatever, and just party and vibe. And I loved YouTube at the time, and so I had a friend over, and we were looking up, like, world's biggest poop. Biggest turd ever. And then my dad walked in, and I didn't think to, like, close the browser, and I just, like, covered it with my hands.
Oh, my God.
And he was like, what are you looking at? And I got in trouble. Because it was just literally a YouTube video of a toilet with, like, a huge turd in it.
That's nasty.
I know. I don't know, like, what we were...
Oh, my gosh.
What we were looking for there, but... Also, I don't know if the mics are picking this up, but there's a dog barking.
Like, so loud.
So loud on our set.
Crazy.
Like, this is our set. I think it's that way.
I can't see
Should I shoot it?
You need to get a gun. And
He's on my property.
Keep it
I gotta
at the
shoot
window.
in bed. Oh, I thought he quieted down from the threat.
I think I saw a biker going down the alley.
Oh.
So it was probably barking at that.
Got scared.
Yeah. Anyway, we watched Bridgerton.
Yes, season 3 dropped. Well, at least the first half of it. So like 4 episodes dropped.
Yeah, it came out on Thursday, and then
We had a little girls' night.
Yeah, I came over here. Some of Bree's coworkers were over too, but they only stayed for the first episode. The 3 of us were locked in.
They weren't real watchers and yearners like we were.
So true.
We had some pizza and some pasta, some delicious baked CD that Bree made.
I brought in from my last day of work, brownies that my manager had made.
They were so good.
So good. They had like salt in them, so it was like so well balanced in flavor.
Yeah,
and it was like perfect for watching Bridgerton.
Yeah, definitely a good like finger food. But I thought the season was good, like the episode so far. It's like, the thing is, nothing will ever compare to season 2 Anthony Bridgerton. Like, he is just a whole other level of man.
Yeah.
That can't be matched, comprehended. I
will say it was really good. Suzy made a really funny joke, and without like making any spoilers, Penelope Featherington no longer Penelope Fingerington.
Yup, that's my girl. Like, that's just her. Let that sink in.
But yeah, they definitely yassified Pollen, like to the extreme.
Yeah.
And I was here for it. It was really funny. I don't want to spoil anything.
I do.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Maybe skip ahead, but I don't know if we're really going to talk about anything that spoilery.
Yeah.
But I thought he was hot, but it just wasn't like, it wasn't fully giving all the way. You know what I mean?
No, I understand what you mean. I just don't think like Colin is nearly as attractive as Anthony is, or like Simon from season 1 is.
Yeah.
So like it's not the same. Also, I think he wasn't yassified in the first 2 seasons, so like we just know him as that.
Yeah, I feel like he also like gave the ick like so much this season. Like he was just acting like,
yeah, he
was acting like a fool. And the hot air balloon scene was crazy. Like, why did they do that?
Yeah. I don't remember that much from the book, like regarding that. I don't
think that was in the book.
No, I don't think it was either.
Yeah.
Because I don't think
I mean,
the blonde,
yeah, he wasn't even in it.
Yeah, exactly. The carriage scene was.
Yup. Yeah. Everyone loves the carriage scene.
And also Francesca's new romantic interest is in the books, and I know you haven't read that book yet, so I won't say anything.
But things are gonna happen.
Big things are happening in the Bridgerton cinematic universe.
What's your opinion on the Eloise and Cressida lesbian?
They're lesbians.
Theories. I think that's a good take. I think they are, actually.
I think basically, sorry for the dinging.
That's so unprofessional.
I know. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb except for Giovanni, because he's like the love of my life, and
my god.
He must be just getting out for his break at work. Anyway, yes, I think, Cressida is a beautiful lady. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna kill him.
But he literally just said, I hope y'all are having a good sesh.
No, he's ruining it.
He's ruining it.
The podcast.
They're ruining the vibe. But I think Cressida has been on the marriage mart for so long because she's a lesbian. And I think everyone knows that. So that's like, yeah. And Eloise obviously is very left-winged. Very like radical feminism.
Yep.
And so she loves that.
So she has to be a lesbian.
Yes. And you know what though? I think she's bisexual.
Really?
Yes. Because in season 2 she had the thing for like the paper boy a little bit.
I know, but it's like, did she really like him, or did she just like his ideas about women's rights? He just liked that he was talking about women.
True. Also, where was he this season?
Well, they couldn't speak, or she had to stop like going there because Lady Whistledown like exposed them, and so she wasn't allowed to like leave society and interact with him anymore.
But you would still think they'd find a way to like bring it back. I don't know. Yeah.
They said get him out of here so she can be a lesbian.
Yeah.
And I support it. That girl does not like men.
No.
She's a hater.
Let me say it, she doesn't even like women that much either.
She doesn't really like anyone.
She's kind of like a misogynist in that way. Like season 1, Daphne was like doing her thing and like setting the standard for her family because she was like the first like woman of the family out on the marriage mart. And Eloise is like, you're like, does it hurt like pretending? And like I think Daphne genuinely is like into that shit.
Yeah.
And Eloise just isn't, but Eloise is like, don't you want to like be so much more than that? But like
she's so Jo March.
Yes.
She's that little woman.
Yeah.
Not enough Benedict in this season.
No. He was being silly though.
Yeah, he's like just hooking up with a MILF, which like I get it.
He's always hooking up with MILFs. I was telling Brie and Suzy, like, I know the next part isn't coming out until next month, but after that part comes out, they better be announcing that Benedict's season will be next.
They, like, hurry.
Because he was the third book.
Yeah, and they skipped ahead to the fourth book.
Yeah. But I'm really interested, too, because I wonder if, like, his love interest will be introduced at all. Like,
I think so. I think they're going to start setting it up, like, in part 2 of this.
Yeah.
Because now we're, like, at the point where Colin and Penelope are, like, a thing.
Yeah.
So it's, like... might as well like get something else new going on.
Right. And I'm about to spoil something that's like pretty big if you haven't watched Bridgerton like at all and you're planning to watch, but like a huge thing is that Penelope is Lady Whistledown.
What
But you know, Colin doesn't know that yet, so like I think that's gonna be the main conflict in the second part.
And he hates Lady Whistledown.
Yes.
He's like, she ruined my freaking life.
Yes.
I'm gonna destroy her if I ever find out who she is.
Right. But I think that's gonna be like a main focus of the second part.
I think so too.
So then it leaves room for Benedict to like do his thing.
Yeah.
Especially because like in the first season it was like Daphne was doing her thing, and then Anthony was, you know, seeing that like opera singer, and a huge conflict was like him realizing like I need to find a wife who can be the next Viscountess.
Yeah.
So it was setting up the next season.
Yeah, I could see them doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if I have any hot takes about this season so far. I don't think there's anything that's like that super crazy.
I think I can't remember which Featherington sister it is, but the one looks like Chapel Roan.
Yep, I agree. Also, speaking of the Featheringtons, I feel like they had a really good like character redemption this season because I hated them in season 2.
Them too.
Their subplot was
especially the mom.
Yes, like it just pissed me off so bad, and part of it was just like I don't care, like I just want to see Kate and Anthony like on the verge of fucking.
And now it's like this season it's like bring it back to Penelope.
Yeah, it's like can't they ever get the balance right? Let me in that writer's room.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting though because I was watching an interview and the actress who was playing Cressida was like, there's no side characters, like everyone is a main character, which honestly I agree.
Yeah,
especially
that is true.
this season,
except for like the littler kids. But
oh yeah,
like what do they possibly have to do?
I mean, they will be main characters eventually. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Good
also, that
show.
one tweet that Brie sent that was like, Francesca is so autistic core and her special interest is music.
Like, kind of real, actually.
She loves her family, but they're overstimulating at times. I don't know why I said it like that.
Overstimulating? She just has to go and, like, be in the quiet and be alone.
Yeah. Be in the quiet. You are in the quiet place.
Look, listen.
So, yeah, that was Bridgerton.
It was awesome.
I loved it.
Can't wait till June 13th, 14th, whatever, when the rest of it comes out.
It's in less than a month, though. So.
Yes! We'll have to have another little party. He's actually trying to ruin our podcast.
He just
like, I think he doesn't like to see two women succeed. I don't care what he has to say. I truly, like, he's ruining the podcast. Like, it's over after this. It's shutting down.
Hear it, like, on the microphones as much as we can in person.
Just, like, imagine iPhone being...
like, text ping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
do you think they're gonna put Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter in the second part?
Dude, I wish, but they probably won't because it's too new of a song.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, you don't use Spotify.
No, I don't.
So, on Spotify, a lot of people have been, like, tweeting about how no matter what they're listening to, like, whenever the album ends or the playlist ends, Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter will play, like,
Whoa.
as the first, like, suggested song.
Do you think that's gotta be something like a plot, like a plant, like industry plant type?
Like, it's 100% like a paid, like,
Yeah.
her studio, or I don't know how the fuck the music industry works, whoever paid Spotify for it to be, like, the top whatever
like
song
literally
that
a
plays.
hypnotic song though.
It is, but I'm starting to hear it so much that I, like, can't do it
definitely
anymore.
There's a lot of songs that, like, I just hear so much because at my old job they had lobby music, and they would play, like, some of the same songs, like, more than once. That was one of them. And there's, like, some songs now where I'm just like, that's all it just reminds me of work.
They should play my version of Espresso.
Can I hear it?
I'm twerking late cause I'm a twerker. Oh, you twerk so cute.
Twerk on my finger.
Yes. My twerking humor.
That's literally
Make
us
them
right
twerk
now.
so often.
My twerking bee.
Come and get this pollen. Let us know what you guys think down below.
But I will say she was on SNL yesterday, and her performance of Espresso was really
She
good.
ate it up. I did see a little clip, and she did eat it up.
Like, the set was really cute. She had them handsome dancers, like, being like, hey, and, like...
No, I love her. She's so small.
Yeah, she's
like
literally
4'11".
4'11". It's crazy.
She's so tiny.
Yeah, like,
she's like that little baby going to the Four Seasons Orlando.
me.
Who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando?
It's
he goes, I do.
The one picture that's like, this weekend about to be a movie, and it's like all the beers and then a thing of, like, breast milk in a bottle. That's the baby from the Four Seasons Orlando.
Like, he's coming to the party. He was at the housewarming.
Oh my gosh.
I love that baby.
Yeah, that baby's... I do.
Like, how does he know what that is?
He's, like, not even a year old, and he's, like, fully putting his one finger up and, like, saying, I do.
He's like, oh, the Four Seasons Orlando?
I love the Four Seasons Orlando. In my 1 year of life, I've gone so many times. But honestly, if they live in Florida, I feel like Florida families are just built different like that. I don't know.
Yeah, well... I would assume they were, like, not as smart, but that's just my personal bias against Florida.
Yeah. I do want to talk about Drag Race really quick, because All Stars, the new season, just started.
Oh, that gay show?
Yes. It's like the gayest show on earth. But I do just want to say I am kind of getting over Drag Race. Like, I'll watch it, and it is kind of like, I can't look away from the screen, kind of like Cocomelon. Like, someone made the joke, it's like Cocomelon for adults. But at the same time, the last couple seasons of All Stars have, like, been, no one goes home. And so because of that, the critiquing isn't as harsh.
Yeah, because it's like, who cares?
Yes.
And, like, you don't have to try as hard because there's no risk.
Exactly. Like, literally, the last episode, Nina West was like, I'm not a great sewer, like, because it was a sewing challenge. She's like, I just want to make something that looks like that I can wear. And thank God I don't have to worry about getting sent home. And it's like
where's the fun? Why did they used to do eliminations?
Yes.
Why did they stop?
Well, last season,
because it hurt the little snowflakes feeling.
Yeah, it hurt their feelings too much. I feel like honestly they probably got critiques because of that. But last season it was the all winner season, and I'm the way that it works is like the top 2 queens get like pins, and then they lip sync, and then the winner gets the power to block another queen from getting a pin next week.
Okay.
And they have it set up the same way this season, except this season they're competing for charity. So I think that's why like they're not getting sent home or anything.
That makes sense.
But also me and Giovanni were talking about it, and I was like, do you think they're competing for charity because they're broke? Like they can write it off for taxes and stuff.
Wait.
And I was like,
probably.
Yeah, I feel like.
Wait, T.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know how the ratings are looking for Drag Race, but I just am not as interested in it as I was before.
I feel like it's also just impossible to watch. Like, I feel like it's not like streaming anywhere until like the full season's out.
All Stars is exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Which
I have. I got Paramount Plus when they announced All Stars was going to be exclusively on Paramount Plus like a couple years ago. So that's why I have it. But yeah, for the main season it is impossible to watch.
Like I remember I wanted to watch it and then I like couldn't fucking find it anywhere, and I was like, well, I guess I just won't watch it.
I will say, like, I used to have the VH1 app on my TV, but then they got rid of the app, so like you can only use the website to watch it with like a cable subscription, and I have YouTube TV, so like I just use that to log in. But like, there's like so many ads with like that stuff. It's just like why can't you be like Hulu and upload the episode the day after?
Right, exactly.
I feel
it's
like
really not that hard.
Yeah, I feel like they used to do that, but like it's probably because MTV owns it now and they're like bigger.
Wait, that sounded kind of good.
That was just like it.
Oh my god. Found a new career. Yeah, Brie was telling me that there was this thing that they're trying to like do like streaming bundles with like different like services, and it's like we're just going back to cable. We are. There's way too many streaming services. Like, remember when it was just like Netflix and Hulu? Yeah, the good old days. Remember when Netflix came in the mail as a DVD? Yes, and my dad used to get them like on DVDs, and then they did the streaming, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna sign up for this. Yeah. And now it's like so expensive, and like they have this stupid thing where like you have to be on the same Wi-Fi network or whatever to be. That pissed me off. Ugh. Because now like I pay for Netflix to watch it in my house, but I used to just share it with my whole family. How else am I gonna watch Bridgerton? Exactly. Like I need it for Bridgerton, Great Squid British Game. Bake Show. I never actually watched Squid Game. It was Squirt Game. If it was Squirt Game, maybe I would have watched. Who's watching Squid Game? That's like a 2-year-old joke. Like there's I never heard no that one before, so I think it's funny. Okay. Wait, Squirt came. Okay. Anyway, I know Bree's laughing in the other room. I know she's not. It's like dead so silent. She was like, I'm gonna be in the kitchen eating my food, listening to you guys the whole time, and she hasn't laughed once. Yeah. So we're clearly hilarious. I also think she left the kitchen because she got sick of hearing us. I'm like 99% sure she's in her room with her headphones on. And that's okay. She'll listen later, don't you worry. Yeah, surely she'll tap in. Please, Bree, please. I know. I wonder like which of our friends actually care about us. I will say, we didn't do reviews clues last episode, and Roslyn was like, ah, and Giovanni was like, why didn't you do that? So yeah. It was my fault. But that's okay, because we're going to do it this time. But before we get into that, we did get a comment on our last video that was saying that we should do a Q&A.
And
we'd love to. We love to talk about ourselves, clearly.
Yeah.
So
we did post on our Instagram story, like, one of the Q&A buttons. So we'll probably do that again if you want to submit, or you can comment on this video.
Comment your question, or DM us. Anything you've been dying to know that you don't know.
Yeah, and we'll talk about them next episode, because we have 4 so far.
Yeah, 4 questions.
Yeah.
We've got to get those numbers up.
And they're pretty good ones. I feel like we'll be able to talk about them for a little bit. But,
yeah. But, like, go ahead, ask our social security numbers.
Mine is...
place of birth. Mine starts with a 3.
Mother's maiden name.
First childhood pet.
I was just gonna say that one. Your prom date.
Didn't have one.
What?
Yeah, I was a loser. No,
is that what you
no one
put
liked
for
me.
that question? Or do you just not choose that
I just
one?
don't pick it because it makes me feel bad. I'm like, oh.
Oh.
But that's okay. Who needs a prom date? I remember, like, I don't know, I feel like I was in college and I was just, like, reflecting back on my time in high school, and I was like, man, like, I never got a promposal, because I feel like they got really big, like, after we graduated.
Yeah.
And, like, a little bit, like, while we were still in high school, and I was just like, man, it would have been really fun to get a promposal, like, someone to show up with a sign.
Yeah, I will say, like, my prom date was Marco, so if you guys want that question, there you go. But he didn't, like, give me a promposal. Like, we just agreed that we would go together.
Aww.
And we had, like, the same haircut at the time.
Oh my god, we have to include a picture.
Yeah. So yeah.
Amazing. So do you want to move on to the game?
Yeah.
Okay, so we came up with this game for our podcast. We call it Letterboxd Review Clues. You can play at home, you can play with friends. It's really easy and fun. All you need is the Letterboxd app and a friend.
Yeah,
and
you don't even need the app. They have a website too.
So true. And basically how you play is you just read reviews from a movie, try to pick ones that don't mention, like, a director or actor or character, like, keep it a little bit vague
so it doesn't give the movie away too much,
and then the other person has to guess what movie it is, and it's really fun and cute. So we'll show you how it's done.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. This review is from Essie. This is an incel's fantasy of first love.
Aw, okay.
This one's from Mac. Made an entire generation of men undateable.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, this last one will give it away. I'm in lesbians with this movie.
Oh, I, like, know it. Scott Pilgrim?
Yes.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes.
Aw, wait, that's funny.
Yeah. I thought those reviews were funny.
Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Also such a good movie. Okay, so my first review is from Muriel, who has Letterboxd Pro.
Oh.
Who said, this is like if Joker wanted to be an influencer instead of a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
The second one is from Robin, who says, killing people in my car, not clickbait.
Oh, it's the movie with Joe Keery.
Yes.
But, it's called, like, it's, like, about, he's an Uber driver. What's the last one?
The last review, it's from Brandon, and it's trigger warning Frankie Grande.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I don't remember the name of that movie.
It's called
Spree, yes.
Yes, I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie is really funny. It was, like, one of the first movies I feel like that came out, like, during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And you could kind of tell.
Yeah, and it really spoke to me personally because it has a really good integration of, like, Twitch chat and, like, Twitch culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my god, like,
kind of like Unfriended.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, so that's our game.
Reviews Clues.
It's really fun, and we love to play it. So play at home.
Play along.
Yeah.
That's
all
the
the
game.
above.
And that's
the
podcast.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching, for listening, for everything. We owe it all to you.
all 36 subscribers and like probably like 15 people who listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
I was looking the other day and we had 5-star reviews on Spotify, and I was like, oh my god, wait, you guys actually like listen when I ask you to go? Like,
no, my coworker told me she listened. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's
she was
so
like,
sweet.
yeah, I was listening while I was packing with my boyfriend. So shout out to you if you're listening to this one.
I'm censoring my cat's butt because she just jumped on the couch. I don't even know if you can see it.
Oh.
Say something, Francis.
All right, well, I will see you guys next Tuesday.
And I will too. Bye!